The Zephyrians had ruled the galaxy for millennia. Their empire stretched across hundreds of star systems, their fleets unmatched, their reputation feared. No species dared defy them. Submission was the natural order. Those who resisted were crushed swiftly and mercilessly. So when humans, newcomers to the stars, barely a century into galactic politics, refused to pay tribute, the Zephyrian High Council laughed. Primitive bipeds, Chancellor Vorash sneered before the assembly. Their world is a fragile blue marble. Their colonies are scattered, unfortified. They will yield or be erased. The order was given. A Zephyrian fleet of 30 warships descended upon the human frontier colony of New Carthage, prepared to make an example. The fleet commander expected cries of terror and quick surrender. Instead, what he saw unnerved him. The humans did not cower. Their militia ships, smaller, slower, crudely armored, rose to meet the invasion head-on. They knew they could not win. Yet they fought anyway. The Zephyrians burned them from the sky, one by one, but the humans rammed ships into destroyers, detonated reactors at point-blank range, and turned every vessel into a weapon. The colony itself refused evacuation. Civilians armed themselves, converting mining lasers into artillery, transport vehicles into tanks. When the Zephyrians landed troops, they met not submission, but ambushes in every alley and explosions in every canyon. The Zephyrian commander reported back with something no one in the Empire had ever dared say before. They will not break. But the real reckoning came days later. The humans did not sue for peace. They did not retreat. They counterattacked. A fleet of human warships emerged from slipspace above the Zephyrian outpost of KLYTH Prime. These were not elegant ships. They were ugly, utilitarian, bristling with railguns and missile bays. They launched a barrage unlike anything the Zephyrians had seen. Swarms of kinetic projectiles traveling at near-relativistic speeds. Shields designed to deflect energy weapons were useless. One Zephyrian cruiser split apart in seconds. Another went silent as its hull was punctured like paper. The humans didn't fight by the galaxy's rules. They didn't duel honorably ship to ship. They struck supply lines, disrupted communications, seeded asteroids with hidden bases, and turned entire systems into traps. The Zephyrians, who had always relied on brute superiority, suddenly faced an enemy who fought like predators. Adaptive, relentless, unpredictable. In the Galactic Council chambers, whispers spread. "Are they mad?" asked the Tharquin delegate. "No," replied the Vayari ambassador grimly. "They are human." The Zephyrian High Council grew desperate. They assembled their Grand Armada, 200 warships, to strike directly at Earth itself. They would crush the human homeworld and end this rebellion before it spread. But when the fleet arrived in Sol, they found not a planet trembling in fear, but a fortress. Orbital platforms ringed Earth, bristling with rail cannons. Civilian ships had been repurposed into combat carriers. And waiting for them was the bulk of the human fleet. Smaller, yes, but arrayed with perfect coordination, every ship crewed by soldiers who had no concept of surrender. The Battle of Sol raged for 3 days. Zephyrian weapons vaporized continents of ocean, shattered orbital habitats, and burned Earth's skies red. Yet every time a human ship fell, another took its place. Every time the Zephyrians gained ground, the humans clawed it back with sheer defiance. On the dawn of the 4th day, the Zephyrian armada broke. Not because they lacked numbers, not because their weapons had failed, but because they realized the truth the humans had been screaming with every shot, every sacrifice, every defiant transmission broadcast across the stars. We will not kneel. We will not yield. Strike us and we strike back harder. Break us and we rise stronger. We are humanity. Remember our name. The Zephyrians withdrew, humiliated, their myth of invincibility shattered. Never again would they be viewed as the sole masters of the galaxy. From that day forward, one phrase echoed in council chambers, on battlefields, and in hushed conversations across 1,000 worlds. The day the Zephyrians met their match was the day humanity stood defiant.